Hi guys, it's Rachel here, and I am going to do, what is it? Day 20 of the 100-day project, and it was suggestion number 44, and it was from Inspired to Craft, inspired by a fond memory with your sister. That is what I'm doing today. I'm pretty sure I know what Sarah's doing. I don't know what she's making, but I know what she's going to use a photograph, I think. If I don't start this video right now, I won't do it because I've been procrastinating. I've been cutting. Look, I've done a Sarah, and I've sat and cut. I've cut out flowers. I've just sat and cut things. That's because I'm procrastinating. So it's just because, again, I don't know what project I really wanted to do, but I did see a video today by JD, Junie Desiree, and she's so lovely, guys. I know I've done things from her videos before. Like a lot of my pocket ideas have come from her. And anyway, this project is inspired by you, JD. Hi. Anyway, so these, don't get excited, I'm not putting these in a digital kit. These are my two photographs that I took with my sister. We had a great time in Rome together when she was here, and so this is going to be my fond memory, inspired when we went to, she really wanted to go to Castel Sant'Angelo, and I have never been there before, and so it wasn't too far from where we were staying, and so we went and we spent hours in there. We absolutely loved it. The frescoes with the grotesques and everything are just amazing, and that's where we photographed that huge seagull that was staring at us. So yeah, I have really fond memories of my sister's trip. So I thought I would be sort of inspired by this. But now, I mean, if you were to look up this artist, Wiki Commons would tell you that it's in the public domain. If you were to find any photographs of these frescoes, you need to be careful with Wiki Commons, because then if you go to the original website, in which case it might be the museum, then in their policies they will say it's understood that you can take photographs, but you can't use them for commercial use. And these are in protected by they call it the patrimonio of Italy, so it's like national trust sort of thing. So I wouldn't use these. Well, I could use them for my personal stuff, but I wouldn't sell anything with these in them, because as far as the artist is concerned, they are in the public domain, but then they're within a museum, so therefore it's probably best not to use them, make a digi-kit or something like that. But anyway, these are my photographs, and I love the colors. I love frescoes. Frescoes are one of my most favorite things. So I don't know if anyone has seen Susan Taylor Brown's wonderful series. She does a wonderful series on public domain websites, and you can find plenty there. I've got a big blowfly flying around. The windows are open and they just come in. So I found this. This is like I think it was like a wallpaper or something in France. It's in the public domain. So that's I'm going to do this type of thing. Maybe use another fond memory of my sister's trip is the Italian papers. So on the Met Open Access you can find lots of old papers. So I've got some of those printed. And then I've got some of my own antique ephemera, some from the Graphics Fairy, and I'm just going to do this project inspired by JD. I'm going to call you JD because you call yourself JD. Right, so JD did these collage. She collaged music paper that she had put onto a file folder to make it stronger. Feel the glue there. And then she was making these collage pages, and she was pretty much going to put them on covers of journals, so maybe newer books, and then put these pretty collages on the journals. And I thought, well, I probably won't do that unless I did a flip or something like that. because I've got, you know, my books are old and they've got the beautiful marble covers, and so I don't like to cover them completely. So I thought, I often put these old pages in my journals. Now these are single, but then when they're sort of attached, and when I'm putting pockets into the journals, I tend to avoid putting them on these sorts of pages, except I might put a glassine bag or something like that, where so you're not really tugging too much at the page. But I'm always worried that the join is weak, and so I never want to put like a side tuck, or I might put a little fabric tuck that you're not tugging too much, it's loose. But yeah, I tend not to put too much on the pages because I'm worried. Go away, fly. I'm worried. You're not speaking my language. He said, go away. Go away. Anyway. Oh, I should turn my iPad off. That might be a good idea too. Anyway, so yeah, so I thought I might try and collage on these, and then I'm going to hinge them. And you can hinge them with paper or fabric, and then they can just be pages. So one side you'll be able to see the lovely old book page. These are from the 1800s. And then on the other side it will be collaged, a little bit of decoration, and then hinged. I mean, obviously you could hinge them with no decoration, or you can hinge them with decoration. So I think maybe I'll work in them. I don't know how many I'll get done. I might only get 3 done. But they're the kind of thing maybe you could just sort of sit and do every now and then just put them like JD has. I mean, go and watch her video. I'll link her video. She had 2 videos. One showing how she made it, and one showing and just talking about them and things that she did. And so, yeah, so I'll link her videos. But I just thought I might, you could just have, like, when you sort of got even a blank. This is a very long, I don't normally do this big long spiel at in the introduction. But anyway, you could sort of collage a whole lot, just have them there, and then just pull them out, and you could hinge them now, hinge them later, leave them as they are. They could become a writing board. You could put them on something heavier. That's a great idea too. Anyway, so let's get started. I've got here, I've got some beautiful, this is the real ephemera here. This is the only, I've got a whole thing to scan. I think I might do some ephemera pages, ephemera digis with these sorts of things in them, because they're really fun things to have sitting around ready to use. I think I probably already got that in a digi, but I'm going to get cracking. I'm going to stop talking and get cracking, because you're not used to that. You're used to me being fairly fast paced and getting a lot done in a video, and I've just gas bagged. Oh, it's because I don't know, I'm feeling anxious, and I know why I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling anxious because, which is really silly. It's just because I'm sort of, I told you even yesterday, I'm having trouble thinking, what do I want to do? And so what have I done today? I have done some other good stuff today. But yet after that good stuff was finished, I've been mucking around, procrastinating, cutting, printing, searching, because I don't want to get started with what I'm doing. Now I'm going to work right across 3, I think. So it's just because I didn't know what project I wanted to do. I did not know, and I started watching something else, and then I thought, nah. And then I started watching something else, and I thought, nah. And so then I started cutting, and then now it's 3 o'clock, and I still got to change our bed covers and do all kinds of stuff today. So obviously it's great to use up scraps, but I would use mostly scraps, but I am obviously going to use things that kind of remind me of this memory with my sister, because that's the whole point of the project today. And of course, old books remind me of my sister, because we'll use some of this. Old books, oh no, I might put some of this down first. Old books remind me of my sister, because we had great fun going to the antique markets together. Yeah, we just had a great time when she was here. We didn't quite get as much crafting done as we would have liked, because we were too busy doing things. So there wasn't too much sort of sitting around doing nothing. So there's going to be a lot of gluing, and then when I finish gluing, I will show you how I'll hinge two together. Now, I don't want them all to be the same. I love this. Give this a tear. Maybe I'll just stick that on there like that. Oh yes, why not? But I just feel like you sort of streamline, you don't streamline, you streamline your process. Oopsie. If you go work across a few at the same time. Could be one of those very addictive things. And of course you can collage these and they can become a big journaling card. They can be whatever you want them to be. But I'm going to be doing, these are going to be collaged journal pages. And I'm going to go through. And this kind of ephemera too is also influenced by my sister, because she's got me onto Mo's addiction. And I love all this, adding these things, tickets and things, and that sort of add a little bit of colour in the background. I might put this, so I've got 3 bits on each. I'm making sure I put 3 bits on each. I don't think I want that one. This is one of those old registers from my mother-in-law, which I absolutely love. Maybe I'd like that sort of there in the middle. I'm going to give this one a tear. And I'm going to have straight and crooked edges today. Something different for me. Straight and crooked. That glue. So as you can see, I'm a bit of a ding-a-ling today. Don't really know whether I'm coming or going. And I think I'm also agitated because I know I've got a lot to do today, and it's already 3 o'clock, and everything just takes so much time. It really does. I am happy though that I've got all these things sort of cut. Let's have a little looky. So this, oh, where was this? I think this is from the Graphics Fairy, this one. So there is a little bit of Graphics Fairy in here. I have to put it that way. I'll put it down here. So I'm laying down my base, and then I will add a few focal points. And I don't want them all to be the same, because if they will end up in the same journal. I'd like there to be... Now, what was that noise? Oh! What is that? Some liquid dropped down onto... What is that? Oh. Oh dear, I'll have to investigate that afterwards. Some liquid has dropped down onto my papers. It's just bizarre. I'm going to put pink on that one. And I'm not going to be afraid to put things sideways, although I think I'll put that one up. No, I think I'll put it there. I'm going to tear this here. Steffi! Oh, he might have headphones on. He can't hear me. That's bizarre. Do flies drop things? I don't know. You're probably telling me concentrate, would you, girlie? Concentrate, concentration. Let's see, what do we want here? Oh, this is nice. This is from the Graphics Fairy. We might put that one on sideways. And I don't mind covering up this side of the book page, because the other side will be not covered, revealed, if you know what I mean. And so I think on this one I need a little bit of handwriting. Put this piece, oh yes, I like that. Is it upside down? put that there. I'm not too concerned about covering up the violin, although maybe I shouldn't. Oh, that's going the same way. I know, I really like it there, so I'm covering up the violin. Okay, and then, and you're thinking, you haven't put anything there that reminds you of your sister yet. Nope, I haven't, but I will. Music there. Okay, that's covered, that's covered. This one's still got a bit of space here. We might put some more music. Maybe put a little piece of music up here. There. And what about some baking paper? That's nice. Just make sure I get it on. Okay. I might have some baking paper on this one too. Oh, I could probably put something else there. Probably don't need the baking paper. And then here I might put something. No. Okay, now I do have also this lovely paper. This reminds me of Castel Sant'Angelo, even though it's French. It's not Italian. But the style still reminds me of it. I like to put it maybe on this one. I like it there. I'll move it up a bit. That's where I'll put it. Okay. So you can still see a bit of the music paper. I have a few like of these sort of things as well. They remind me of all the frescoes there, but I might not use them. I don't know. They might be a bit bright. That sort of thing reminds me. It's very French, but still. I put that one there. Yes. So sort of working across three, you kind of make it so like they are sort of coordinated. They're not the same, but they're coordinated. Love that. And then this one, maybe here, I might just have a look through the piece of this. there. So I've covered my bases. It's so thick, this paper. Okay, and now I'm going to put a few focal points. Something like that would be nice there, even nicer over there. Oh, I like that. I'm going to my next layer. Those. Might need those a bit smaller, I think. So lots of these things remind me of my sister. Okay. I think I might put that there. Oh, just a minute. I had something else that was mine. Just a minute. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. I saw it. Bit in there. This one. No. I think I liked this one, so... No. Okay, well that one I'm definitely putting there. The only thing that is not very my sister in this project is the muted colours. She does do muted colours sometimes, but she's a little bit brighter than I am. Okay, and I'm not sure about that. Maybe I might like a bit of this. Sorry, I just got distracted a minute. No, don't mind it there. No. I'm just looking for something with a bit more colour. This kind of reminds me of the sort of thing you'd see painted on the wall. I don't mind that. Still not 100% convinced. I could cut this. No. Okay, I give up. Right, now I'm going to put a focal point. You know, just got to give up when it's not working. So I did print out these sorts of things. These are, where are these from? I don't know. Maybe the Smithsonian. Oh, that's a terrible website to go on. It's like takes hours there. You've got to click on this arrow to show more, and anytime you click on something to open it, it takes you right back to the beginning. So you literally never get down to the bottom of the collection. You never get to see it all, and it takes forever. It's a nightmare. I don't enjoy going on that website. I like that. Yep. Oh, I also like it there, and I bet you I like it there. I like it in all of them. Where do I put it? I think I'll put it there, because that poor one is lacking. So obviously I need, well, no, not really, because you can hinge these to something else. You don't have to hinge them to another one of those pages. You can hinge them to another page, another type of page, if you know what I mean. I love that. Really like that. Okay, then this one, what will we put on this? We don't have to put these. I think this is going to be a little bit big, this one. And I do like this. See, I didn't cut everything. One page I didn't cut out. I don't mind that. Let's see on this one. No, it's too small for that one. Okay, so I'm not going to use that. I think I might on these. See what I've got over here. I could just use that piece. I'm going to cut it in half actually. It was a panel. I've covered up half the violin as it is, so I could cover up the other half. So that's all right. I don't think, I've also cut out some flowers. I might put a flower on. Let's see what I've cut out. Oh, I like that. I think I'm going to put those there. I could actually trim this down a little bit more. That's better, I think. And put that there. Maybe slide that over there, or slide that over there and that over there a bit. No, I like that more there. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down. So of course these can be journaling cards, whatever you want. And they can also go on the front of journals like JD does. Now she put some fabric in it. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do fabric, but I didn't do any. I might add something there. And it's just fun to do these random collages. Okay. Now, the flowers, the reason why I cut out the flowers, that they remind me of my sister in Rome, because when we were walking to Castel Sant'Angelo, I think that's what it's called, when we were walking there, oh, I like that. When we were walking there were, oh, I keep adding more. I like that. When we were walking there was this book stand, and you could buy some, you know, secondhand vintage books, and I bought a big botanical one. I showed it way back in other videos, but let me just see where, I know I liked it there, but I think I'll put it on this one up here. there. Or there, no, over there. Yeah, so, and that's why I cut out botanical, because that also reminds me of my trip with my sister there.
I think I'm going to stop studying art history for today. I'm exhausted.
Are you?
I have a really big headache and my eyes burn.
But when are you going to be interrogated?
Well, I can, like, tomorrow I wake up, I'll at 9, I'll already start, like,
What time's the lesson?
At 12.
Oh, okay, you've got all...
And plus in science, the teacher's just going to look at the things on the book. So if I have to study science stuff, I can just read from go in the book.
Okay.
So I can go over art history in that hour as well.
Yeah.
And English we don't really normally, like, we just do exercises, so that's pretty...
Oh, I thought you meant physical exercises. I was thinking
No,
that's a
like,
funny thing to do.
You know, like
Yes,
writing things.
yes, I know.
So I can go there. And Sophie said that she's going to go voluntaria.
Were you told you were going to be interrogated tomorrow, or
No, the teacher said that
maybe
like tomorrow she's interrogating, that she didn't say like who. She just said that she would prefer if people like would
offer.
Yeah.
Wow.
The problem is that if she doesn't interrogate me Monday, she might interrogate me Thursday when I have my history thing.
Oh, well, maybe it's in your best interest to get it done today.
But
ready
I'm so
today.
tired, I can't concentrate anymore.
But do you not have time to do it tomorrow?
Well, I do. I'll just try to do it tomorrow. If I feel like I know it enough, I'll go. But probably she might call me if nobody else goes other than
She probably
Sophie.
will call you, so you better be ready.
Yeah, because I know her. She's always calling me.
I know she will call you because
she did an example. She said my name.
Yeah, well, exactly. So you better be ready because she knows that you're a good one to ask.
Yeah, but the good thing is that we can bring an argument that we want and talk about that, and mostly, and then she asks questions about the other things. So that's much better because I can bring something that I know more, and then if she asks me something else, I can still answer that. But like, I don't have to study it as hard.
Okay. All right, Lily. Well, you know what you have to do.
Yeah.
I thought I would like the flowers, but I'm not 100% convinced. Auriculas, they do stand out a bit too much. Just want to see if there's anything else. See, it's starting to look a bit patchy. It needs like a more of a focal sort of point. I don't think I'm going to put any of those borders on. See, that has, but all have fairly decent focal points, so this one doesn't. Too many round things. I didn't mind this flower. Don't mind that one, but I feel like I need, where have they gone? I mean, look at all the stuff I cut out, for heaven's sake. I just sat there cutting, trying to avoid what I had to do. Just pulling out things that might help. Aha, that I was looking for. Okay, so let me see. I feel like I need to put something like that there. I know I'm covering up that other bit, but it wasn't helping my situation. That's too bright, that's too bright. Don't mind that. That's the same. The other option, but no. Something like this with a pop of colour. No. Or coming across like that. A bit more of that colour. Or something like this. Okay, I think I'm going to put this there and that. So yep, go and check JD's out if you want to. Hers are very pretty, quite different to mine. Mine's more patchy, but yep, they're very pretty, well worth a watch. Okay, yep, I think that'll be fine. So then what I would do, so I've got 3 here, obviously I can't use 3. I would grab some fabric, just some scrappy fabric, just a minute. Just remove the things from my table that I don't need. And I did have some ripped fabric here somewhere. Here it is. So a piece of this. And let me have a look. So obviously if I'm going to hinge these together, for example, if I want to put both those in a journal, I'm going to have it going down here. It helps if you iron your fabric. There, and then there. Okay, so we'll do that. So basically what I do is, first of all, I'm going to run some glue along here. Now, if you don't have a sewing machine, then you just use really good strong glue and you glue it down. I'm putting a little glue just to hold it. And I think I'll keep it about that wide. I think it's a bit more than an inch. It's 1.25 inches wide. Just put it on. Okay. And then, I mean, you could hinge them like that. If you didn't want to cover something, if you didn't want to cover that up, you could hinge it like that. Why not? There's no reason why. Or otherwise you hinge it, you turn them like that, and you leave a space. I leave about that much space, and then, but you would be covering. So I'm actually going to hinge them like this, and there's no reason why not. double check that you're doing it on the right side. Put the glue. The glue helps you and I just put it on to make, if you want to know, to get it to go like, so you know that it's straight, I lay it on top, line it all up, and then I'll just fold my fabric over, being careful to remember that I have to leave a little bit, it's not flush up to the edge, so that way I've got my little gap left there. There we go. So when you open it, you've got your nice, it's not straight, you've got your space there. There we go. And then I will go round and stitch that, and that can just go in a journal as a page, just like you normally would. So if you had some folded pages, I don't have any here. I don't have any pages here that I can do. You know, just you regular, fold your pages over and you sort of slip them in, and then that's a page as well. I think that's really pretty. So you've got a page that you've decorated that you wouldn't normally decorate. And it's also very strong. It's got a strong hinge. It's strong here. And so it's not going to fall apart if you decide to add a pocket there or something like that. So yeah, so I think that's a great idea. I'm going to just slowly make those and have them on the ready when I'm making journals. That's something new to put in. This one we might hinge it. Let's hinge it with a piece of paper. See, we've got all these long scraps, right? So I like that side, so I'll keep that side on the outside. Fold it in half. Fold it in half. Do the same. Run your glue along there. Attach it to your paper, not flush with the center, but slightly removed. And then I'll just trim that off at the top. And this is pretty strong as well, obviously not quite as strong as fabric, but so that will be zigzag down there. You can have less glued on there, and then you can hinge it to something. What will we hinge it to? We'll hinge it to something. Something more or less the same size I could find. Let me just see in my Italian folder. I don't know where my Italian folder is, do I? It's not in its normal spot. Don't know where it is. Let's say find it. Well, for example, here are my family ones I did yesterday. I could certainly hinge it to one of those, and this could go in my family album. Why not? So that would hinge there. Yes, that's cool. I'm going to hinge it to that page. So actually I might just run my glue along here. Only has to be a little bit of glue because I am going to stitch. Now, we do have to make sure we put them together the right way. So that's that. So that's going to hinge there. So just try and line it up with that one. There we go. And that is hinged together. So I've done it with paper. And I'll just go, and then what I do is when it's dry, I won't do it on the video today, I do a zigzag all the way around, and that really holds it together. And then you puncture holes in there just like you would when you're putting your pages together. So that's how I love that. So there you go. So that is my video today. I hope you enjoyed that. Where's my other one? Lost it. In my mess here, I've lost my other page. Oh well. Oh, here it is. So this one is a double decorated page, and this one is just this page, and it's been hinged to another page. And as I said, I'll just stitch around, and I will also just stitch around that one as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you, JD, for your great inspiration and super fun collaging as per usual, and I will see you again soon. Bye.